Hey there, comic book fans. I'm John Andersen. This is your weekly comic fix where I take all of the major news topics in the world of comic book movies or television shows and put it in one place. Now, I'm putting up a couple timestamps here, so if you're a DC fanboy and all you care about is DC news, or you're a Marvel fanboy and all you care about is Marvel news, you can skip around with these different timestamps. So, with that being said, here we go. According to CinemaBlend, a couple die-hard Deadpool fans went out to see a preview for the film in New York and LA. However, when they got to the preview, they actually were treated to the entire film. After the film was screened, there was a Q&A with Ryan Reynolds in New York, and a panel with the producers, director, and the legendary Stan Lee in LA. After the screening, there were tweets that went out about the film from the fans, and reviews are amazingly positive. My only regret is that I didn't get to go to see the film. According to reports from Slash Film and The Hollywood Reporter, many of the stars from the upcoming film Suicide Squad took to Twitter and released different character posters. Some of the characters included Diablo, Slipknot, Boomerang, Killer Croc, Rick Flag, Katana, Deadshot, Enchantress, Harley Quinn, and Joker. Now, director David Ayer even got in on the action, releasing 2 posters of his own. The first of which were the different character logos on one poster. The second was the squad looking up at the camera with a smiley face with X's in the eyes in the foreground and a Joker looming in the background. This was done to promote their new trailer, which was to be released that coming Tuesday on the special Dawn of the Justice League. And speaking of Dawn of the Justice League, during the DC special Dawn of the Justice League, we learned a lot of new information about various members of the team, some of which included Aquaman, The Flash, Cyborg, and the Green Lantern Corps. But the 2 biggest standouts from the special were easily the Suicide Squad trailer, which I did a full trailer breakdown, link in the description below, and the Wonder Woman footage. Now, in the footage, we see Wonder Woman riding on horseback, disguised as Diana Prince, and kicking some serious butt. The footage was very reminiscent to me of Captain America: The First Avenger and Lord of the Rings. According to Collider, Bryan Singer sat down and explained how the new timeline works after the events of Days of Future Past. Now, the article goes into great detail, so I'll leave the article in the link below, but here are my general thoughts on that article. Basically, Bryan Singer said that the events of X-Men 1, 2, and 3 did not happen to these characters in the Days of Future Past timeline. He also recognizes that to us it happened, so in future installments he's definitely going to keep those films in mind, but that also leaves a lot of unpredictability because people can die down the road that didn't die in the original trilogy, giving more mystery to the X-Men universe as a whole. According to reports from Variety and Deadline, the CW has cast Jonathan Schneck as the titular gunslinger Jonah Hex to be featured in an episode of Legends of Tomorrow. It is speculated that the team will travel back to the Old West to meet up with the DC character. Let's just hope his performance fares better than the critically panned Jonah Hex from 2010, starring Josh Brolin and Megan Fox. Last week it was speculated that Cate Blanchett will be playing the villain in the upcoming Thor Ragnarok film. Now, in my previous weekly comic fix video, I guessed that she would be playing Hela, the goddess of death. And according to Geek.com, I was correct. It is further speculated that she will be playing somewhat of a love interest to Thanos in the upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe. It has been speculated for many months now that Ben Affleck would ultimately direct himself in the newest Batman solo film. Recently, USA Today sat down with Ben Affleck and talked about his thoughts on the subject. He said he never thought in a million years that he would be able to direct a Batman movie. He's learned a lot in the upcoming months from director Zack Snyder on the character and hopes to do it one day in the future, but no plans have been set. This makes sense because of the fully packed schedule that DC has in front of them, but with Ben Affleck's accolades and with films like the Academy Award-winning Argo and his film The Town, it seems like a no-brainer for Warner Brothers. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Benedict Wong has been cast as the character Wong in the upcoming Doctor Strange film. Now, in the comics, Wong as a character is typically portrayed as a manservant, but we're hoping for this modern retelling of the character to characterize him more as a sidekick. The two Benedicts will hit the big screen this coming November. Hey there, comic book fans, that's our last topic of the day. If you like this video, be sure to share and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook at John Ryan Andersen or on Instagram at GotStageFright. As always, guys, remember, comics do deserve a second look.